Good morning and welcome to the window of self. Fear. There's a great speaker we call Krishnamurti who really questions the question. Fear. How can fear be overcome? How can fear be eradicated from the human mind, from the human life? And Krishnamurti gives you the basis of fear. A question. There are no new questions. There are never new questions from you. You're always obeying the old question and answer scenario. You can look at it simply. When is the Battle of Hastings? Has that question already been answered? Of course it has. But you're still enticed to answer it. Your mind regurgitates answers, makes them into questions, and we go through the life of samsara in a circular motion. When questions have been removed, what can live in fear? Can we remove questions? What will happen when I die? Question. Fear. Not able to live life in the present moment because of a concern about what will happen in the future. Not able to focus and be attentive and be present because the questions keep taking you to past and future. And there are no new answers. And that's a sad thing about us as human beings. We're born into a world where we are programmed. We become a computer. We are the computer. Because everything we know is that what was been passed down. You cannot get up in the morning and discover a new language because you won't fit in. Because no one else will know your language. And the object is to communicate. The object is to help each other. The object is to be one. The object is assumed because it's dictated in the Bible and in our mental conditioned way of I'm here, what do you want me to do? Well, you have to follow the Bible. We have to help each other. We have to do all this stuff. Who says, just don't ask any questions? Just behave and do what you're told. But that's not the removal of questions. That's just the acceptance that there's nothing here to understand. There's nothing here to inquire about. There's nothing after this body goes to know. Because questions are suffering. Because the answers that come, they're not happy with the answers that come. Never happy with the answers that come. Because if the answer that removed all questions, that ultimate answer, who am I? What is truth? What is taking place? Does God exist? If the answer was to satisfy the mind, the mind's redundant, unemployed, P45, by mind. But it'll wait. It'll wait a year, 2 years, 20 years. Right, okay, right back in. I believe you think God exists. No, I know God exists. What does God look like? This question is sent to you. And then you ask yourself the same question. Oh, what does God look like? I must ponder over this question. And whatever the experience was, you try and elaborate, you try and give it some sort of meaning, some sort of understanding. And we do this by using words. And words are old still. Why do we continue to invent new words? To try and give ourselves some sort of reminder that we're here to learn about new things, about ourselves, not about what someone else has told you, not about the mind that regurgitates answers and gives them a different flavour, a different meaning, a different way of, what's it? Yeah, I understand that answer. And you accept it, and you say, okay, I'm not going to question that answer. But if you question the answer, you'll find that the answer was the same answer that has always been given. I don't know. Assumption. Guesswork. Old, stale, passed down information. And if we learn something new, we give it a word and we share it, so that the person that you share it with didn't learn anything new, just parrot fashion, repeating your answer. The mind is a complex, convoluted, unsatisfied way of being here as a human being. Fear is when there's no questions. When someone says to you, are you not frightened that you have this terminal illness? Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I worry? Why? But this is questions. And these questions seem to program themselves into you. And the person goes away and says, I've learned about the questions, they're stupid. Why did he ask? Does he know something more than me? I thought I knew the truth. Is there something other than the truth? Questions are an ongoing need, an ongoing want, an ongoing desire to discover something that you will never, ever discover. So the removal of questions is not when you get the final, ultimate answer. There is no answer. When you realize there's no answer, what can be questioned? But this is liberation. This is enlightenment. Whoa! God! I have no idea. Consciousness, I have no idea. Spirit, I have no idea. And then there's always someone there saying, well, if you read about the Bible, you'll understand about this, Christ, and he will tell you about God. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I don't know what this Bible is. I don't know what Christ is. I don't know what God is. You're speaking truth. You're actually confronting the mind, and the mind hates being confronted, despises being confronted. The mind is an assumed guesswork, an assumed component. No one knows what God is, how life was created. But we have a word, God. Yeah, God's super. What is God? Oh, super. How do you know? Well, the Bible told me so. The minister told me so. The priest told me so. The Vedanta told me so. Everyone told me. Oh, so you don't know. So you're basing your whole life on prehistoric information. Discover the truth. You'll not discover the truth. You'll discover the truth that is unanswerable. But what a liberation, what a freedom to know that whatever I am is in the hands of whatever it is. And whatever it is no separation from that what I am. There's no death and birth in that what I am. There is a apparent transcending from this body that returns to the earth that it's made from. This body is 80% water, 20% earth, food, and the rest an idea, a thought, a mind, a guesswork, an assumption, a measurement, oh, I can value this body. No, you don't. You don't know anything about your body. Your body changes every nanosecond of the day. You can't even say, I am this body, because you have to say it every nanosecond. And every nanosecond and every image that's taken, a photograph of you, is different. I am this body, I am this body, I am this body. And everyone's going, ah, but you look different from the last nanosecond, and the last nanosecond, and the last nanosecond. And the mind tries to pacify and say, oh yeah, that's because you're getting old. I invented this idea of time. I invented this idea of age. I invented this idea that just to pacify, just to keep us interested, just to keep us questioning. And when we question that, what is unquestionable, we get frightened. Mind gets frightened because it doesn't know the answer. Isn't this not so? If you don't know the answer, some sort of uncomfortable situation comes. Even in the test at school, I don't know the answer. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. I'm a failure. The most intelligent students at school, when they are faced with a test paper, and the question comes, what is the capital city of Spain? And you don't know. You put your hand up and say to the teacher, who is not allowed to talk, or the independent judge, or whatever it is that sits at school, excuse me, I have a question here. Can you answer it for me? No, it's a test. So you don't know the answer. Yes, I do. But what's the point of me knowing the answer that you already know? You see, the mind is completely uncomfortable with this situation. Oh no, we have to go to school to learn. Learn about the things that are old, dead, and stale. The past is an illusion. It's gone. You cannot recover your great-great-grandfather and ask him, what was life like, great-great-grandfather? You cannot question that what comes and goes. You cannot question that what may not come and go. You cannot even question yourself. And when you do, you'll find the unanswerable. And the unanswerable frees the mind and the body to be liberated, to be free. And that's what the mind seeks for every day. I just want to be left alone. I want to be happy. I want to be content. I want to be free. Remove the questions, removes the fear. When fear is removed, what the hell?